Guys, it's your boy MidnightSnorlax, and we are back again making another Q video. So it's been a while. I have been busy with my life, but now we're back. I just downloaded the Q, Cars the Universe and everything like yesterday. Played it last night, and it was an amazing day. It feels so good to be back, and I was so thankful to Q for giving the returning players some freebies that has good quality cards. So now let's start playing the league. Let's play rank, and let's use the minimalistic deck. So let's select deck. I'm already rank 4, and our goal is rank 1 so that we could get those gems and those cards that we could open and unpack soon. So I'm gonna be using the minimal tactic deck since in this rank game our energy cost is very low, so we need to find a way on how to find a strategy on how to make our energy base points bigger, and how to use the energy cost properly since the energy cost is very low. So now we're searching for an opponent. It's kind of tough to find for an opponent in the rank game. Maybe sooner or later I will make a video on the surf event. Comment down below if you guys are interested, because I'm interested in or I'm excited to build a new deck that could compete in that surf event. So now we are gonna be battling Boba Fett. I got this cat deck from the freebies yesterday or last night. Okay, so now we're in the paleontology arena. Our pulley lock a random card, and then we got an additional energy cost. So for this round, we are going to be using the pulley and then the Sons of Liberty. Actually, the Sons of Liberty has been useful even though its energy cost is kind of high, because the good thing about this Sons of Liberty is that once you draw this Sons of Liberty, your cards or your energy cost will be deducted into 1 point. All of your cards in hand. So it has been useful to this type of ranking arena. Okay, so now we are going to be using the piano so that our other instrumental jazz combo can have an extra point when we are going to be drawing those cards. And then I will be using the cockatrice so that we could lock a random card, and then let's end it up with HMS Beagle. So we have 137, our opponent has 114. We have the advantage in here, and we win this turn. And then our cockatrice activates its ability, locking a random card. And then our Queen Victoria and Prince Albert activated this ability, adding 1 energy cost to our opponent's card in hand. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be using this Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, and then let's use the Kumamoto Castle so that we could deduct 18 energy base points to our opponent's cards in hand. So we have 115. Our opponent has 34, now 71 base point. So we still have the advantage in here, and we win this round. So now we are in the science arena. Science Arena, what are we going to be using in here? Let's use the Bandy Straw. Since this Bandy Straw, when it returns, it could deduct 18 base point, energy base point to our opponent's card in hand. And then let's use Ptolemy. And then let's use the Telescopium. So now we are gonna end the turn. We have 173. Our opponent has 102 energy points, energy base points. So we have the advantage in here. And then we have additional 3 energy cost. But it's gonna be useless since our limit for our energy cost is 13. So it can't go 13 and above. So now we have the bass guitar. Okay, so we're gonna be playing that one, and then let's use the Raphael, and then let's use the Martin Luther King Jr. We have an additional plus 20 points to all of our cards, and if we're gonna end the turn, we have 172 base points. Our opponent has 132 base points. We won this round. Okay. So not this round, but this turn. So for the next turn, it's our third turn. Let's use the drum kit. And then let's use Helen Keller. And then let's use the Caravaggio. We are going to be using the Caravaggio since when the card returns, it burns the opponent's card. Oh no, if you lost. Oh no, it really burned the opponent's card. Okay, so we are low battery, but we're still battling in here. So we are in the Ocean and Seas Arena. We're gonna be using the HMS Beagle, and then let's use the Katana so that we could deduct 32 base points. So we have 90. Our opponent has 60. We have the advantage in here by 30 points. And then the Katana's ability activated, deducting 32 points. Same thing to us, we got deducted 32 points since our opponent has a Katana. So in here, we're going to be using the piano. Let's use the cockatrice. And then let's use the Sons of Liberty. So we have 138. Our opponent has 66. Plus 50. Have 116. Our opponent, or we have the advantage in here, so making us the winner of this turn. Okay, so we have 13 energy cost. Our Queen Victoria and Prince Albert activated its ability, adding 1 energy cost to all of our opponent's card. So we are going to be using the Kumamoto Castle. And then let's use the Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. We have 115. Our opponent has 77 energy base points. We have the advantage in here, making us the winner for this round. So we won this game. That's a good game. That's a good game. So let's give our opponent a good game. Let's play another round. We gotta earn and go to rank 3. So let's go home. Okay. So let's play again and let's earn another shield so that we can go to rank 3. Hopefully we could go to rank 1 dragon. Let's select deck. You know, I like this minimal tactic deck, but I feel like there's something missing to this deck because my combos is not flourishing. Although some of them are handy, almost all of my cards have a high energy cost. I guess the highest energy cost in here is the Kumamoto Castle. have 8 energy cost, but its ability is useful. That's why I picked this card. So let's play and let's go find for an opponent so that we could win that shield. Hopefully we could win the shield. You guys like this type of content, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below about what you think about this deck, and what do you think about these strategies, and what do you think about the cards that I use, if some of them are useful in battle or not. Basically, I have one of the basics card. I don't have I haven't been using the fusion card that I have fused. I guess I'm gonna have another fusion card right now. I'm gonna be unlocking it and seeing its ability later. um, Hopefully we could find for great cards so that we can build a competitive deck. My deck might be useful, but I believe that this deck is not used for competitive, you know. But you guys can use this deck if you are playing this type of event or this type of rank wherein you need to save energy cost, but you have to make an effective energy base points or effective impact to win the game. Okay, so we are in the paleontology arena. It's kind of lagging though. We are in the paleontology arena round 1. So what do we have in our cards in hand? Okay, so we have Ptolemy, we have the bass guitar. Basically, we don't have any paleontology card. So we are going to be using... Oh no, we have deduction of 5 energy cost to 3 of our cards. But our Raphael activates his ability, burning all of our opponent's card. So here I'm going to be using the bass guitar. And then let's use the HMS Beagle. Okay, let's end turn. So we have 76. Our opponent has 126. Additional 4, 130. Plus 15, 145. So our opponent have the advantage in here. We have the disadvantage. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding for those combos that can make a huge impact. So the telescopium is not in here. So I don't want to use the Ptolemy because the Ptolemy, any constellation cards gets an additional points. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the Katana so that our opponent has a deduction of 32 energy base points, and then we're going to be using the cockatrice, and then let's use the Raphael since its ability has been used already. So we have 106, our opponent has 60, plus 20, 80. So we have the greater points in here, but we still have the disadvantage since we haven't crossed the enemy side of the line. Our cockatrice activates its ability, locking a random card for 3 turns. And then our Queen Victoria and Prince Albert activated his ability, adding 1 energy cost to all of our opponent's card, while Sons of Liberty deducts energy cost to all of our 1 energy cost to all of our cards. So in here we are going to be using Sons of Liberty. And then let's use the Triceratops. Let's end it. We have 158. Our opponent has 54 plus 3 to all, 60. So we have the greater points in here. So we have the advantage in here since we crossed the opponent's side of the line or our enemy's side of the line. Now we are in the science arena. So we have 1 win, 2 more to go. So what are we going to be using it here? I'm going to be using the Helen Keller. I'm going to be using the Ptolemy later. And then let's use the pulley. Oh no, I accidentally clicked it. Okay, let's use the pulley. And then let's end it like that. We have 114. Our opponent has 67. Okay, so we have a deduction of 1 point, but that's in our energy cost. But that's fine because we have the advantage and we cross the enemy side of the line. Okay, we have an additional plus 14 for our piano. So what I'm gonna be doing is that I'm gonna be using the Kumamoto Castle, deducting 18 base points to all of our opponent's card, and then let's use the piano. And let's end it like that. We have 139, our opponent has 120. Our opponent has additional 10 to both cards, so 140. So our opponent have the advantage, I guess, for the points, but we still find a way to cross the enemy side of the line. Okay, so now we are gonna be using the Caravaggio, and then let's use Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, and then let's use the drumstick. Drum kit, I mean. So let's end it like that. I don't know where is the telescopium, but please pop out so that we could use the combo. So let's end the turn. We have 114, our opponent has 105, plus 10, plus 50, 155, 195. Our opponent have the advantage in here. When we have the disadvantage, is we didn't cross the enemy side of the line, so we lost this round. Now we are in the arts and culture arena. Okay, now there's the telescopium, there's the bass guitar. Since this is its terrain, this is its arena, the bass guitar have an additional points. So in here we're gonna be using the Ptolemy. Additional plus 30 to our telescopium, additional plus 15 to our Ptolemy. So we have 137, and then we are going to be using Martin Luther King Jr. Now we have 207. Let's end the turn. Our opponent has 100 points, base points, 104 base points. We have the advantage in here. We cross our enemy's side of the line. And then there's the ability for Martin Luther King Jr. We have an additional energy cost. Now in here, we want to lock the opponent's card, its best cards. So let's use Cockatrice. And then let's use Katana. Okay, now here, I want to use the bass guitar, but let's use the Bendy Straw so that we could deduct some energy base points to the remaining cards of our opponent. Let's end it like that. We have 85. Our opponent have 89 plus 15, 104 plus 60, 164. Our opponent have the advantage, but we cross the enemy side of the line. Our Cockatrice lock a random card, have a negative 32, and then deducts 18 base points to the remaining cards of our opponent. Our Raphael burn all of the cards in hand of our opponents. And then we have a deduction of 5 points. So here we are going to be using the bass guitar. Let's use Raphael. And then let's use the Triceratops. Additional 10 points to all of our cards in hand and outside, I guess. So we have 193. Our opponent have 74 plus 10, 94. I guess that's plus 20. But we win this round. We cross the enemy side of the line. Now we are in the life on land arena. So we have our pulley locking a random card. That's good. Our piano have an additional base point. So here we're going to be using pulley. And then let's try to use HMS Beagle. Let's see if we could have that additional points. Oh no, we don't have. So we're going to be using the piano. So we have 145. Our opponent have 75 plus 3 to all, 81. We have the advantage in here and we cross the enemy side of the line. Okay, so now in here, let's deduct as much as possible all of our opponent's card in hand and in game. So we're gonna be using the Kumamoto Castle, and then we're gonna be using Caravaggio. Hopefully its ability will activate, burning the remaining cards of our opponent's card in hand. So we have 103 base points. Our opponent have 42 plus 54, 96. We have the advantage in here since we have 103. That is good. That is good. Only one more, we win this game. So our Queen Victoria and Prince Albert activated its ability, adding 1 energy cost to all of our opponents' card in hand. So that's gonna be useful since our energy cost is limited. So we are gonna be using the Sons of Liberty, and then let's use or end it with Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Oops, let's put in there and enter. We have 100. Our opponent have 154 plus 10 to all 184. Our opponent have the advantage in here. Apparently we lose this round. We didn't get to cross the enemy side of the line. That was only an inch close. Well, this is the last round. This could determine how are we going to be winning the game. So let's try to use, I'm going to be using Helen Keller, additional 15 since we lost, and then let's use the Ptolemy and Telescopium. I guess I can't use it, so I'm just going to be using the HMS Beagle. So we have 120. Our opponent have 167. Our opponent have the advantage in here. So we lost this turn. So let's find for... Okay, we have Martin Luther King Jr. This is our lane. This is the history. So let's use the Ptolemy. Let's use the Telescopium. And then let's use the Martin Luther King Jr. Hopefully we have the advantage here. We have 232. Our opponent have 160. Additional 15, 175. Additional 4, 179. We have the greater number, but will it cross? It cross a little. So that's good because it crossed the enemy side of the line. Hopefully we could, find a way to win this round. So we're going to be using Triceratops since it's the only card that could add points. And then 6. So I want to use the Kumamoto Castle since it's the highest energy base points amongst them. So we have 135. Our opponent have 124 plus 2184 plus 2204. Our opponent win this game. Apparently we lost this game. We lost this game. But it's a good game. Good play. We use every strategies that we have. That was close. That was close. But Blazing Hamster 77, you have an awesome deck and you have an awesome strategy. So let's message you and let's give you a great deck. Next. Okay, now we have a deduction of 1 shield. We need 2 more to be rank 3. So we are not going to be giving up until we reach rank 3. Because I think in rank 3 they also have good perks and benefits. They have good rewards. So why not try to achieve the highest rank, right? So this is going to be our last game to determine if this deck could come in handy in this type of games. Well, like what I said, it's not the best deck, but it could come in handy when you have the basic cards with you. I haven't collected a lot of cards, so I couldn't say that this is the best strategy. I will be making minimal tactic deck 3 or adjusting my minimal tactic deck comment down below if if I should adjust it or if it's good as it is. I feel like there's something missing though. Hopefully we find that card, or we could fuse some cards that have useful skills. Okay, so searching for opponents taking so long. uh we need 2 more stars to be rank 3. Going to the game, let's go. Okay, it's Raphael. Let's see what deck our opponent has. Like, ever since I downloaded this game from yesterday until to today, I haven't changed my deck. I haven't edited my deck. I just used this minimal tactic deck that I used a few years ago. Guess it's kind of a drag to edit your deck when there's a lot of cards. You have a lot of cards, and you have to read and test and experiment if everything goes well. Okay, so now we are here starting in Ocean and Seas for round 1. Okay, so let's use HMS Beagle. Fully lock a random card. I'm gonna be using HMS Beagle. Oops. Ability is activating, so I can't move. Okay, now I can move. I'm gonna be using HMS Beagle. We have 7 left. Then let's use I want to use a pulley though. Let's try to use a pulley. Hopefully this strategy is good. Oh no, our opponent have 134 plus 4, 138. Our opponent have the advantage in here. And we are slightly close to the enemy side of the line. Maybe this is my strategy, reason why I'm losing. Or maybe it's because of how I build the deck. So our Raphael card burned all of our opponent's card in hand. So we are going to be using this katana to deduct 32 points. And then let's use Raphael. Let's end it like that. We have 84. So if you lose this round, we lose this round. Plus 54, 134. They have the Spartan combo. We have no combos. But our katana activated its ability, deducting 32, now 28. So I have a negative 28 to our opponent's card in hand. So we're gonna be using the drum kit so that the other ability will activate and our other instrument will have additional points. And then let's use the Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, and then let's end it with the Bandy Straw to deduct all of our opponent's card in hand, 18 points. Although we have the greater number, we have the disadvantage since our opponent side of the line went to ours. So we lose this round. Now we're in the arts and culture arena. Hopefully we have arts and culture cards. Okay, we have arts and culture cards in here. We have Helen Keller and then the bass guitar. So let's see if we have additional 15 points. Okay, we have additional 15 points because we lost in that round. And then let's use bass guitar. And then let's try to use Martin Luther King Jr. We have 212 base points. Our opponent have 94 base points. We have a deduction of 15. We have 197. But we win this turn. We have the greater advantage. So hopefully we're gonna get Ptolemy in here. Okay, we don't have Ptolemy. Our Sons of Liberty activates its ability, deducting 1 energy cost from our cards. So this is useful. So I'm gonna be using Kumamoto Castle, and then I want to use the Cockatrice to lock a random card. But let's use the Triceratops instead, so that we can have additional 10 points. So we have 173 base points. Our opponent have 99 base points. So we have the advantage in here, making us the winner of this turn. Okay. So the piano is in there. We have additional points from the piano. Oh no, we have a deduction of 20 base points for our telescopium card. So we're going to be using the piano. I'm going to be using the Cockatrice because I want to lock a random card that our opponent have that is really important to our opponent. Oh no, this telescopium. Let's use the Cockatrice, and then let's end it with Sons of Liberty. So we have 195 base points. Our opponent have 108. We have the advantage in here, and we win this round. So our Cockatrice lock a random card. That's good. Hopefully, okay. We also have our opponent locked our card, so that's fine, since it's the card that's getting burnt. Okay. So we're in the Paleontology Arena. Our pulley lock a random card. Okay, so let's use the Ptolemy. I mean, Telescopian don't have any points, but hey, at least the burnt card will fade away. Yeah, 102. Our opponent have 138. Now 142. We have the disadvantage in here. Our opponent cross our line. Okay, so now our Raphael burned all of our opponent's card on hand. So let's try to use the HMS Beagle. Hopefully, oh no, don't have. Oh no, our phone is 5%. We gotta charge. Okay, so now we are going to be ending the turn. We have 120. Our opponent have 84. 138. Our opponent have the advantage for this round. Okay, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert activated its ability, adding 1 energy cost to all of our opponent's cards. So we're gonna be using this. I want to use the Katana, so that we could deduct 32 points. Our opponent have 71. 105. Our opponent have the advantage in here. We lost this round. We are now in the science arena, so I'm gonna be using the Bandy Straw, and then let's use Helen Keller, and then let's use the Drum Kit. So we have 149, our opponent have 147. We have the advantage in here by 2 points. And our Bandy Straw activated its ability, deducting 18 points to all of our opponent's card in hand. Okay, now we are going to be using, I'm going to be using the Kumamoto Castle, and then let's use the bass guitar. Let's end it like that. We have 167. Our opponent have 157. We have a deduction of 15 points, so we have 152. So I guess our opponent have the advantage by slight. Okay, so in here we are going to be using the Triceratops, and then I wanna use the Martin Luther King Jr., and then let's use the Raphael. We have 245. Our opponent have 171. We have the greater number in here. We have the advantage, and we win this round. Now this is going to be tough because we use all of our cards that gives additional energy base points. Okay, so this one, for this we are going to be using the piano and then the cockatrice. And then since we have still 8 energy cost, let's use Sons of Liberty. We have 190. Our opponent have 129. We have the advantage in here. And then our cockatrice lock random card. And then our card gets locked as well. So we can't use the telescopium and the Ptolemy. For this, we're going to be using pulley. Our pulley activates ability, locking a random card. That's good. We're going to be using HMS Beagle. Okay, now we have an additional plus 12 from our HMS Beagle. So we have 157. Our opponent have 126 plus 54, 180. They have the Spartan combo. Although they have a Spartan combo, we cross the enemy's side of the line, so making us winner of this war. Now this is the last turn. Our Queen Victoria and Prince Albert added 1 plus 1 to all of our opponent's card in hand, plus 1 energy cost. So let's use the Ptolemy, telescopium. Basically we can't use anything, so even though if I put the Caravaggio, it's still 122. Our opponent have 130, greater number than ours, but we cross the enemy's side of the line, making us the winner of this game. Okay, so let's wait. That was a good game. That was a good game. So let's send a message. Good game. So thanks guys for watching. If you guys enjoy this type of content, comment down below, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you'll get notified for more new videos, and comment down below about what you think about this video, what you think about the cards that I use, and what could I use, or what type of cards should I add into this deck so that this deck will be better. So that said, thanks guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the video and have a great day.